On Christmas Day 1991, the most powerful empire the world had ever feared, armed with 40,000 nuclear warheads, a global network of satellites, and an ideology that promised paradise, quietly ceased to exist. Not from invasion, not from revolution, from bankruptcy. The Soviet Union didn't fall because Marxism was disproven in debate. It fell because it ran out of money to buy bread. Welcome to the Stateless Standard, where we examine how the powerful build empires on sand. Today, we trace the curious economic path that turned a superpower into a beggar state. Let's begin with a lottery ticket disguised as an oil field. In 1965, Soviet geologists struck black gold in western Siberia, the massive Samotlor field. By the 1970s, as OPEC embargoes drove global prices to $35 a barrel, the USSR became the world's largest oil producer and exporter. Billions in hard currency flooded in. This wasn't earned prosperity, it was a windfall, a geological lottery win. Leaders used it to paper over the command economy's chronic failures, inefficient factories, wasted agriculture, and a military devouring 20% of GDP. Oil paid for subsidized bread, housing, and utilities. It bankrolled satellites in Eastern Europe, adventures in Afghanistan, and the space race. It bought grain from the capitalist West, millions of tons annually, to feed a population that, despite fertile Ukrainian black earth, couldn't feed itself. Collective farms let half the potato crop rot in fields. Curious, isn't it? A system claiming scientific superiority couldn't master basic farming, yet drilled oil like champions. As long as prices stayed high, the illusion held. By the early 1980s, the West adapted. Energy efficiency improved. New supplies flowed from the North Sea and Alaska. Demand softened. Soviet costs rose. Siberian fields were remote, harsh. Agriculture remained a disaster. The USSR imported ever more grain. Nearly 50% of hard currency earnings by mid-decade went to American wheat. Sell oil to buy bread, a curious reversal for a worker's paradise. Enter Mikhail Gorbachev in 1985, with perestroika restructuring to modernize industry. He assumed oil revenue would fund the transition. Then Saudi Arabia opened the taps in 1985-86, flooding the market. Prices crashed to $10 a barrel. Soviet income halved overnight. Gorbachev's anti-alcohol campaign, meant to boost productivity, destroyed vineyards and slashed vodka taxes, the second largest revenue source. Consumption didn't fall, moonshine rose. Deficits ballooned. One begins to wonder, how fragile must a system be when a price drop in London and a temperance drive at home threaten its survival? With oil gone, Gorbachev borrowed heavily from Western banks, German, French, British. Debt soared from near zero to $50 billion. The ruble, inconvertible, was worthless abroad. Printing money created monetary overhang. Citizens had pockets full of cash, but shelves empty. Queues for hours for bread, shoes, toilet paper. By 1989, Eastern Europe revolted. The Berlin Wall fell. Satellites demanded dollars, not rubles, collapsing forced trade. Gold reserves, once tons, dwindled to about 240 tons by 1991, sold secretly in London and Zurich, depressing global prices. Republics like Russia under Yeltsin withheld taxes. Central revenue evaporated. Companies had hard currency seized, accounts frozen. Barter returned, potatoes for tires, machinery for meat. Dollars became king. Taxi drivers and waiters earned more than professors. The elite of a planned economy, those dealing in scarce Western cash. Curious inversion, the anti-capitalist state reduced to begging humanitarian aid, powdered milk from Germany, food parcels from the class enemy. August 1991, hardliners stage a coup to restore order. It collapses in days. Why? No economic plan, no way to pay debts or feed people. You can't shoot economics. Post-coup, debt hit $70 billion. G7 demanded joint liability from republics. No payroll funds for late 1991. Gosbank insolvent. Hyperinflation loomed. December 25, 1991, Gorbachev resigns. The USSR dissolves, not with a bang, but a default. Russia inherits all debt, nearly 100%, in exchange for assets and remaining gold. The 1990s shock therapy? Not ideology, but necessity. Subsidies slashed, prices freed, savings wiped out, poverty soared. Russia cleared the last Soviet debt only in 2017. The Cold War wasn't won by missiles or morale. It was won by grain shipments the Soviets couldn't afford and an oil price they couldn't control. The Soviet collapse exemplifies the resource curse. Windfalls mistaken for strength, masking deeper rot. A command economy, central planning without prices, can't allocate resources rationally, as Mises warned decades earlier. No market signals, no innovation, only waste. Oil bought time but not reform. When the lottery ended, the empire revealed its truth. Coercion can't create wealth, it only redistributes or destroys it. In a stateless world, voluntary exchange rewards productivity. In a statist one, even superpowers go bankrupt queuing for bread. What fragile pegs hold today's powers? The question merits reflection. If this autopsy illuminated hidden frailties, subscribe for more explorations of power's foundations. Comment, what modern economy echoes the USSR's traps? Until next time, stay curious. This is the Stateless Standard, signing off.